Good afternoon, Antrim County. This is Veterans Voice Podcast with your host, Brandon, Carrie, and Matt. What's going on, guys?
Hey.
What's happening?
Waiting for this
How you doing, Carrie?
button to stop.
It's pushing buttons. Can we even hear that little applause thing that you just pushed? Okay.
Not yet, but our
Yeah,
soundboard
I'll
will
work
be
on that.
around one day. Maybe I might not do it, though.
Yeah. Yeah, so,
The sun's out.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy.
It's supposed to be 40 on Sunday.
Is it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got a bunch of ice out there in the front yard that I gotta, or in the front walkway.
I want a
gotta
flamethrower.
take off. You know, that's what I need, really.
I really do. I was talking about it one day, and then I start getting all these ads on my phone.
The flamethrowers.
Freaking
I told my kids I want one for my birthday.
phones, man. They track everything that we do.
They always have. It's like,
Mhm.
remember when people used to be like, oh, no, they're not listening. Yes, they are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whatever. Can't do anything.
That's the
now.
same thing with like the Alexas at the house or,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
your camera doorbell systems and all that
Yep.
stuff. Heck, I was listening to a podcast where they say that, you know, your TVs, your newer TVs now
Yeah.
are just the exact same when they start listening. to them.
Cars.
Great.
Yeah, everything.
It's crazy. It
Yeah.
is.
You can't blame people for being off grid.
Yeah.
But they're still
True.
not even like. I think a lot of times there's. Yeah, I don't know.
Man, we jumped right in the hole there, didn't
Yeah,
we?
what are we doing?
We're going down wormholes already. Oh, man.
I got the front side of my roof cleared off from all the snow. And it got to do the back side this weekend now.
That's some rough work, though, moving all that snow.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why your back's messed up.
I'm just old. That's
Whatever.
what it is.
He's calling himself old.
And you're younger than me, so shut up.
But yeah, it's been a good week so far. You know, workload has not decreased, that's for sure.
No,
Stayed
definitely.
steady.
Mhm.
It's always going.
Finally got the grant in. That happened yesterday, so now we get to work on the reports and, you know, hopefully keep the mission moving forward.
Hey, Grant, that's been a fun time.
It
huh?
has been, but you know what? Like our emergency service coordinator, we were talking to him today. And he still hasn't gotten his at all. And in fact,
Oh,
his
wow.
FEMA grant that he applied
Oh.
for is back into court systems again. So
Imagine that.
you know, it's
Wow.
it's a crazy issue this year. I'm hoping that, you know, by next year it smooths itself out.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You know, but we never know
This government works real fast.
Hmm.
until it doesn't.
Sarcasm.
But yeah, you know, working with one of our vets, she brought up a good question as far as like, is it worth it to have veteran health care and a private insurance as well? And, you know, not the most knowledgeable on the how they all play together, but the best way I can say it to everybody is if you can qualify for VA healthcare, and we'll go over that here in a little bit, you do not need to get rid of your civilian health insurance if you choose not to.
Yeah.
You know, it kind of just basically plays as like a supplemental to that insurance. Now, if you go and receive care at the VA will bill, to my knowledge, will bill your insurance for a certain amount, right? Like a copay or whatnot. And then you just, and that's it. The rest of it's covered by VA,
Yeah.
you know? But it's because veterans healthcare is not an actual insurance,
Right.
you know, it's,
Program.
I can't remember how they classify it, but
As a healthcare program, as I remember what they said
yeah.
or how they worded it. Yeah.
So it kind of throws a little monkey wrench in there. It's just the same thing like with Medicaid and Medicaid, right?
Yeah.
Again, those will get charged first. Your private insurance will get charged first. And then, you know, whatever's left over, the VA will cover, you know. And I'm sure there's some nuances within the priority groups.
Yeah, there definitely are. It's very individual to the veteran and their situation too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why we don't try to explain it to people when you come in our office and we fill out the form. We're like, just wait till you get to the VA healthcare facility and make your first appointment. And they explain it to you better. And they actually give you like a whole folder that has all the information. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody ever calls and asks questions? I usually have them call, VA Saginaw eligibility or the billing department, depending on the situation that they're in. So that's typically where I go.
Now, reference for our listeners right now, we just had somebody come in and we had to cut it off. So that weird eye would be right what happened. So
you should see Carrie right now. She is cracking.
It was pretty funny though.
You're
Your
gonna actually
eye.
do that. I'm gonna say I. Then he did it.
He really did, didn't he?
He did it.
What's that old saying? Don't
Had
talk
to
about it, be
emphasize.
about it.
Yeah.
You were about
It's
it.
all about it.
But yeah,
Ah,
and as we're talking more about the, veterans healthcare, a couple ways to qualify. First and foremost, the premium that we really want to do is be able to get them service connected for a disability rating. And even within that sets you from, priority group 3 all the way up to priority group 1, right? And the higher up in the groups you go, or the lower number you go, the less you have to pay, whether it's co-pays or, prescriptions or anything like that. I don't have the actual breakdowns, but there's some we can always go through. If anybody has questions, give us a call and we can reference it for you. But I believe the triggers are, 10% gets you in there,
even 0,
no,
kind of
10%.
like for that specific
Yeah,
thing.
10%.
No, you get treated. Yeah, if you get
Right.
rated, you get treated for that specific rating, especially if it's below 10%.
Uh-huh.
But at 10%, you get VA health care regardless at that point. 30%, then you get a step up into the next priority group, and I think you still have a copay, but they're minimized, and your pay, travel pay.
Travel pay. Yep.
Yeah.
And then 50% on. There's no more copays, and you still get that travel pay and everything going from there as well. So your disability rating correlates specifically in your priority groups as well. Now, if you're service connected for any disability for the VA, you automatically qualify for coverage for that disability, regardless. Outside of a disability rating, now you have to go into, you have your Agent Orange and your PACT Act, your wartime era.
Yeah.
And it's not every wartime era who gets automatically enrolled into VA healthcare. But there are certain periods of time that if you serve during those, that you can automatically qualify into veterans healthcare, And a lot of people are getting that, especially newer vets with the PACT Act and, Gulf War era vets. And then the third way would be, through income.
Mm-hmm.
Every month, if you fall below a certain line, depending on if you're, if you're just an individual, just a single vet, or if you have dependents in the house, those variables come into play, and then overall household income. If you're below a certain limit, then you can qualify for VA healthcare as well.
Yep.
Then, of course, you have your CHAMP VA, which is for dependents, and that's something that either the veteran is rated at 100%. That's whether it's IU, scheduler, or P&T. Then the dependents can get awarded Champ VA as well. Okay. And that's just basically it's an outside insurance. That works more like an insurance than it does an actual health health program.
Is that under Optum? I believe.
I wish I could
Community
answer
care?
that one.
What is it?
Community care, I know I get things, it says it's under Optum.
Well,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that community care would be Optum,
Yeah.
but Champ VA, I
Oh,
don't
gotcha.
know
Yeah,
if
I'm not
that's
sure.
specifically under Optum, but and then
Yeah.
DIC awardees would also be eligible for Champ VA as well. So
And DIC is death indemnity compensation for usually a surviving spouse or possible adult dependent that is unable to take care of themselves, right? Or however that's defined.
DIC is typically just a surviving spouse.
Yeah.
And if a veteran, passes away from a service-connected disability, or if they are rated at 100% and held that rating for 8 years, then you go.
It's those little finite details too.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And it gets more detailed. So that's the basics, though, at least.
I just did a Champ VA for a widow, and you want to talk about an easy form? It's probably one of the easier ones I've ever done. I couldn't believe it. It's
Yeah.
really not that bad at all.
Did you use the online
No.
application? Okay. Because
Oh.
I've done that, and as long as you have the documents, you can do it online for Champ VA now too. And the veteran or their spouse or dependents or whatever, they can do it too, as long as you have the documents they're asking for, and they have a list of what you need before you even start, which is nice.
That's really good.
So if we have that stuff uploaded in our system, we can do it for them. But if we are missing something, they get mail that says, hey, we still need this, and I let them know, and then it's going to come, or they need to get that in the meantime. So that's really helpful because it used to be fax in only.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've recently, in the past year, changed that, I think.
And that goes with anything that we do in this office. We don't ever get to see the initial mailings by any
Right.
means. And by the time the random stuff that we do get, by the time that we do receive it, it's already months down the road after the vet has been notified,
Yeah.
So whether you're doing a claim with us or any kind of health care or anything like that, anything to do with a VA, and we submit an application, if you get any correspondence from the VA, let us know.
Yep.
Now, we do have access to be able to look up documentations on the VBA side, Veterans Benefits Administration side of the house, to be able to correlate with whatever you received. And all we typically need is just the date of that letter, so that way we can find it in VBMS. Veteran Healthcare Administration, we don't have any insight into that. We don't
Yep.
get to see what they mail you unless you come provide it for us.
Yeah, I always say to my vets that, once I put the application into Saginaw for eligibility, usually about 2 to 3 weeks,
Yeah.
usually about 2 weeks. I mean, on average, if you haven't heard anything, then call us. 9 times out of 10, we can just call out to the CBOC where they want to go, whether it's Traverse City or Gaylord or whatever, and call out there, and
Yeah.
it's kind of changed a little bit now. They're a little bit more secure, but
I tell them to just call.
just
if
call
they
real
haven't
quick
heard.
and see if they have you in a computer, and they're usually in there. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Because
And it-
sometimes they get backlogged and they can't call the veteran and say, hey, you want to set up your appointment? So if you call,
Oh, yeah.
get ahead of it, maybe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're pretty good working with and talking to.
Mhm.
They I haven't had a bad experience yet. So
Nope.
cross my fingers for the future, but
knock on wood,
yeah.
changing.
And Carrie, you got another person.
Yeah.
Some gal
So-
came in yesterday talking about a whole nother program
Sherry.
we've never heard of.
Sherry is the regional coordinator for the VA healthcare out of Saginaw, but she lives up in Indian River area. she said she covers 17 counties for this specific program.
Yep.
That is like a caregiver. It's called Veteran Directed VDC program, which is a self-directed home care support program for veterans. And she explained the difference of this compared to like a service-connected in-home healthcare, the caregiver allowance, which is usually that you have to be a veteran with a 70% or higher rating and like at least a 40% on something, or is it 50? But you need, in order to get VA healthcare caregiver allowance, you have to be at 70% overall and have one disability that is how much? What's the percentage? Is it 40? Sorry.
I think it's
Or
just
higher.
as long as you're rated at 70%.
Okay. So that is usually needed for that caregiver program. Now, if you're a veteran and you don't have a disability rating, but you need in-home caregiver allowance in it from a different way, this is the way to go. And she explained it to us, and there's so many programs that it's hard to keep up on them all. And even in the VA healthcare, the C-Box, the clinics, like they get it confused, and they are already, like they're automatically looking for you're not at 70%, so you can't do this. But this program has allowances for other options for them, and they can have somebody, and it says who's eligible for this. It's veterans who have a complex chronic medical needs, who require long-term assistance with activities of daily living and personal care. That can be like dementia or injuries like, say, they can't move and shower themselves, dress themselves, do basic daily living activities. They have to have an active, they have to be enrolled in VA healthcare, and then meet clinical and administrative criteria, which they, of course, will go over that when you apply for it. And then veterans interested in directing their own care. So she basically explained that you can have a friend, a family member, whoever you choose, the payments go through the veteran to that person, basically. And depending on how severe they rate it, kind of like, what did she say, A through L?
Yeah.
They give like an A through L letter rating on how much is needed. And then they go by that. So it's something to look into. There's a lot of details with it, but at least it is something that we are going to definitely share more. We know a lot of veterans that probably could use this. And I mean,
yeah, we'll definitely get this out on our Facebook
yeah,
and let people see it. And, if you have questions, it just helps us to grow and learn the program as well.
and we want people to be able to get that help, because sometimes it feels like we are kind of like at a loss. We want to help, but we don't have a way. And this is another way. So this is really cool. In fact, right after she stopped by, I had a home visit, and the person was asking for that. It doesn't have a rating yet.
Wow.
So they had come in last week at the AMVETS when I was there, and in Elk Rapids, and I was like, I don't know, like, we'll see what we can do. Let's try to get you in the system and at least sign him up for VA healthcare, because he wasn't in that either. So this is really cool. I'm excited. Like, hopefully we can, one way or another, figure it out for him, and then all these others. We already are thinking, like, who else could use this?
Yeah.
So it's really a nice program that just seems like it doesn't have a lot of, I don't know, it hasn't been shared a lot or isn't known about.
Those little programs that we just pops up and you're like, oh,
but it's a
gosh.
huge benefit to people, so many people. So, definitely ask us about it. We've got a flyer. We're going to share it online, and then we're going to keep some here. So,
yeah, it'd be good to get that out. I mean, that's one thing. I know that I've had you're at that stall where you can't do anything from, and it's so frustrating. And then this pops up. This kind of gives me a little hope, especially for our dementia patients. I've had a couple where they didn't qualify any other way, but yet they had dementia and they were getting minimal care, and the spouse needed help with
Right.
this whole situation because both are elderly, and this would be perfect.
Yeah. And so that basic requirement of being enrolled in VA healthcare, and of course you have to qualify for that too. So just getting in the VA healthcare program qualifies you potentially for this.
Yep.
What you got, Matt?
Not much.
He's like, what?
Yeah, it's been a busy week, but
Yeah.
oh yeah, I was going to talk about MPRC.
Yeah.
So that was one thing that's been popping up a lot lately is ordering medals and getting on NPRC to get information, whether it's service treatment records or old records that the military may have on you. The medals, though, I've put in numerous requests on NPRC, and back in the day, it was working out pretty well where I could just log in and and do it, and within weeks, they would get it. But it's not the case anymore. Once again, NPRC has switched up what they want to do, so now we have to kind of go back to SF 180s, which is a standard form used to acquire your personal records from NPRC. So if anybody's looking to order medals or anything else like that, we can definitely help out. Been doing a lot of that. DD 259.49
For
DD 214 editions or DD 215. Is it?
Are you talking about the actual form?
140.
form.
It's a 149, isn't it?
149. Something. Gosh, I might have to look that
I think
one
it
up.
is because I just had one pulled up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is also
Trying to
another
check
easy form to do. Is basically, I think it was like line 38 on it is ask what is wrong with the DD214. Basically, I'm saying it in layman's terms, but it's what's wrong with your DD214. Is there a medal missing, or is there classes, stuff like that?
Yeah.
You put the request in, and usually it gets sent via mail to, if it's a Navy, it's probably going to be in or Navy.
You can do it
Marine
online
Corps,
too.
Virginia. Yeah.
They have
Do it
links
online.
you can do it, and you can upload documents right on your own, or we can do it. Yep, which is nice, but it's still it's kind of confusing on the website. It sends you to each branch separately, and they're all a little different how they do it. So
Really.
yeah, I've done an
check that
Air
out.
Force one so far and a Marine one so far, and they're totally different.
Yeah, that's funny how
Yeah.
that works out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Each
and they
branch is
usually
different.
review them quarterly, and it might take 12 to 18 months before it gets taken care of. So,
I guess I've gotten lucky. The last two that I put in for one of my boys from my battalion, I put in for him because he was missing his Afghan campaign and
yeah.
Puck and some
Yeah,
other.
that's what one of them was for me, and
Yeah.
and
was
then
quick.
we won't know either if it gets done because they don't respond to us; they respond to the veteran. So, and there's no way for us to track it, which is kind of what we ran into this morning with somebody.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how to. Yeah, it's frustrating, but
Hard to track.
keep trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess I also wanted to talk about 22 to None. Man, I've been watching their Facebook. They've been doing some really cool stuff for Super
Yeah.
Bowl. They had a little party.
Trying to expand a little bit.
They've been doing a lot of really cool things. So if anybody's on our website or whatever, check out. We try to repost their stuff, but man, they are active. They're really getting out there this year. They've really done a lot with their new crew, new board members and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's in South Boardman. So if anybody ever gets a chance, stop by the barracks over there. It's called Belay.
Belay my last barracks.
Yeah, you would think as a Navy person I would know Belay, but yeah,
Yeah, and I'm actually on their board now for financial assistance.
yeah.
So as a volunteer, but it's knowing all the stuff that we do here is helpful when people do need financial assistance or something and other things. They will be able to. We have a lot of knowledge from our office, and then there's also Cassie.
Yep.
Who's now the Wexford director, Wexford County. So she's their outreach or fundraising coordinator. So we're getting they're adding people too. So they're getting more information to share with veterans that may not know about any of the county stuff too. So then we just kind of connect them to where they need to go if they need it. I mean, I haven't had a lot going on yet. It's only been about a week or so for me,
Right.
but it's really good because then if they need us, they come here. If we need to find out where they're at, because it's for the whole state.
Yep. Which is pretty cool.
Which they just happen to be central to here. So, yeah, it's hopefully going to get word out to people for whatever they need, veterans and their families. And yeah.
Well, heck yeah.
You guys ready for summer yet?
Yes. Definitely.
The doldrums. I'm ready for some hot weather. Trails,
I'm ready for 90 degrees,
kayaking.
beach.
This morning it
Water.
felt a little bit more cold than.
It did.
Yeah, it's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
It dropped. It was like 30 yesterday, and it was 15 this morning when I got here.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just be nice to go to work and actually see the road.
Yeah. It was
So
white
dark.
again.
Like I left late today at 7:00, and the sun was just starting to come up, but I'd miss. I just hate going to work and getting out of work when it's dark.
Yeah,
Mhm.
now it's changing.
Yeah.
And I drive east. You guys drive west, so I get to see it in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and in the evening, both ways. But it was really pretty this morning.
Awesome.
But the roads were white again. They were clear yesterday.
Yeah.
So yeah,
A little bit of snowfall
winter still.
yesterday, but
It's winter. It was kind of icy too. It's like it packed it on because it suddenly got really cold at night. But that's all right.
yeah.
I'm ready for it.
Yep.
Well, other than that, I think this was a pretty decent one.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Well, stay tuned, subscribe, like, share, and we'll see you guys next week.